Good morning, guys. So I'm just like everybody else and I'm churching from home. As much as I'd like to be at church with you guys, having Sunday school and listening to Pastor Allen sing, I'm really glad that we at least get to study the Bible this way. So you guys know that Easter's coming right up, and of course it's my favorite holiday. We're not going to start talking about the Easter story just yet, though. We're going to talk about another holiday that happens around the same time as Easter. It's called Passover. So the holiday of Passover is celebrated because of a story in the Old Testament. And of course, if it's in the Old Testament, it happened before Jesus was born. So this is a story about Moses and his brother Aaron. Moses and Aaron are Israelites, and they're in Egypt, and they're slaves. And this is how God works through Aaron and Moses to set the Israelites free. Let the people go, Exodus 5 through 11. Moses and Aaron went to see the Pharaoh. Our God has a message for you. You must free our people and let us go out from Egypt. The Pharaoh laughed. Ha! I do not know this Hebrew God. Why should I listen to you? Our God is great, Aaron said. Look at what he can do. Aaron threw down his staff, and it became a snake. Pharaoh had men who could do magic, and they did the same thing. Their staffs became snakes. But Aaron's staff swallowed their staffs. Even so, the Pharaoh did not believe in God's power. He would not let the Israelites go. He even treated them worse than before. God told Moses and Aaron to go back to the Pharaoh. This time, Aaron told the king, "You did not let the peoples go. Now God will turn the waters of the river Nile to blood." He put his staff in the river, and water turned red. There was no water to drink, and the fish in the river could not breathe, and they died. Pharaoh just turned away and went back to his palace. He had seen magicians do this kind of trick. But God was not done. He told Moses and Aaron to go back again, and he said to the Pharaoh, "You did not obey God. For this your country will suffer a great plague. Frogs will cover the land, and they will go into your houses and into your beds and into your ovens, and they will be all over you. They will be everywhere." And so it happened. This time, Pharaoh did not walk away. He said to Moses, "Get rid of the frogs, and I will let your people go tomorrow." The next day, the frogs had all died, but Pharaoh changed his mind and would not let the Israelites go. 8 times more, God sent terrible plagues upon the people of Egypt. Each time, the Pharaoh promised to let the Israelites go free if God would end the plague. Each time, God ended the plague, but the Pharaoh changed his mind and did not let the people go. Finally, God said to Moses, "I will bring one more plague on to Egypt. After that, Pharaoh will let you go from here." The 10th plague, Exodus 11 through 12. Moses went to see the Pharaoh with a new message. God says this to you: "Every firstborn son in Egypt will die tonight. There will be great crying and wailing. Only the Hebrew sons will be spared because God will protect the Israelites." Then Moses left the palace. Moses told the Israelites to mark their houses with lamb's blood. Their houses would be passed over when the plague came. That night at midnight, the plague came over the land, and all the firstborn sons of Egypt died. Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron. He was broken and sad, for his own first son had died. Go, he said, leave my people. Take your flocks and herds and go. The Israelites left in a hurry. They took pans of bread dough, for they did not have time to add the yeast and bake the bread. On their way, they stopped and asked the people to give them clothing and gold and silver. And the Egyptians gave the Israelites everything they could. God had put sympathy in their hearts. So I read that story from Caleb's First Bible. And if you want to learn more about the story, you can read it from the Bible you have at home, which talks about all of the plagues, or you can watch the movie Prince of Egypt. So I really hope that we get to see each other soon. But remember that next week we're going to start learning about the Easter story. And I have a book that I'm going to read to you next week. It's called The Donkey That No One Could Ride, and this is my favorite Bible story of them all. So I'm really excited about that. And until then, we just need to remember to pray that all of our loved ones stay healthy, and that God can work through the nurses and the doctors to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus so that we get to meet at church again soon. So everybody take care, be safe and healthy. Bye.